Hello, everybody. This is Tom Eckert here. You're listening to my podcast, Numerology, a GPS for the Soul. This is your place to learn about the true power of numerology and how to use it to bring out the best in yourself, understand your loved ones better, take wise decisions, and prepare for your future. In other words, how to live your life aligned with your true destiny. Take your time to educate yourself and share these podcasts with your friends and family so they too can enjoy the great benefits of numerology. Enjoy! Hello there, and welcome to all my listeners to the second episode in the series where I give you empowerment tips for the life paths. And today we're going to talk about life path number 2. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome. In this podcast, we discuss in-depth numerology as a path for inner transformation, spiritual growth, self-understanding, and human maturation. I personally attempt to make numerology as accessible and applicable for everyday life matters, so that you can use it to provide yourself with better knowledge, to be more equipped with understanding and clarity to live a more conscious life, more balanced life, aligned with the true purpose that your soul set forth for this particular lifetime. Now, here are a few ways you can dive deeper into numerology should you wish to do so on your own. First and foremost, you can book a numerology reading with me. In a numerology reading, you can ask any question that is burning in your life and get precise answers that are tailored especially to you, based on your chart, based on your numbers, based on the numbers of the timing in your current state. You can read more about my readings and contact me through the link in the episode description to book your reading with me. Now, if you wish to study numerology on a deeper level, or perhaps even pursue it as a career, or simply learn it on a deep professional level, then I invite you to check out my 2 numerology study paths. First and foremost, check out my self-study numerology courses that give you the rare opportunity to learn numerology online at your own pace on your mobile device, your tablet, your laptop, and you control the pace. My library currently includes 2 self-study courses, and more are coming up. Or if you're one of those who really want to be initiated into the rare depths of numerology, real in depth, you can sign up to my Complete Path of Certification, where you can study directly with me, go on a deep journey of self-discovery, all the way from a total beginner, if that's where you're at, all the way to a numerology expert, and get certified as a professional numerologist. To read more about both study paths, check out the links in the episode description. And now let us dive into the topic of today. So as mentioned earlier, today we will dive deeper into what can truly help life path number 2 live up to its true potential. This will also hold true for people with very central 2s in their chart, such as in their expression number or soul urge numbers, what I usually refer to as the big 3, right? Life path, the expression, and the soul urge numbers. Now, to truly embody your potential, you need to know how to be in your element, but also what shadows you need to become aware of and avoid. So, having said that, let's start exploring. The first thing I want to tell you as a life path number 2 is accept your sensitive nature. As a number 2, you are born into this world with the most open, receptive, and sensitive nature of all numbers. Energetically, you are very open, like a receptacle. On a human level, that also makes you exceptionally vulnerable. I'm really describing an energetic constitution, let that be clear. As a 2, you must learn to love and protect your vulnerability and not fight against it. Many twos try to either avoid too many situations or behave nastily as a way to battle their vulnerability. Both of these extremes, avoidance or behaving in a nasty manner, are ways of resisting and rejecting your true nature. Your sensitivity, my friend, is your gift. Your gentleness is your beauty. And there is much beauty in number two. In a world that glorifies power, ambition, and competition, you indeed may feel more than other numbers that you somehow have to prove yourself. It makes sense in our current society and the sort of fake values that we look up to. So, as a result, you may try to deny your incredibly beautiful and tender nature. But that would simply put you off track. Instead of trying to fit into this world on its terms, learn to appreciate what is real about you and about life and offer it to the world in your own sensitive, caring, aesthetic way. And when I say learn to appreciate what is real about life, I'm meaning look beyond surface appearances, look beyond social preferences, look beyond social trends and hypes. What is really precious about life? Then you will come to appreciate your own wonderfully sensitive nature, perceptive, open. Embrace this privilege and the gift of being so open, just like a vast womb. The second thing I want to tell you, tap into your gentle power. Usually, we don't think of power and gentleness as words that can go together in any formal way. But contrary to what people think, number two can have a great power. But its power stems from gentleness, tenderness. Your power is the power of gentleness. Think of yourself like water. Even though on the face of it, a rock may seem stronger, sturdier, right? Resilient. It is actually the drop that continuously drops on the rock that eventually wins and carves a hole and changes the texture of the rock, not the rock changing the texture of the water. And so you need to learn to be patient, a container of everything, a space of compassion. In that quiet, patient spaciousness, you will discover that you become a quiet presence of love that is also steady and wise. Your power is not expressed by overpowering force, but actually more like a Tai Chi master, by moving with the flow and redirecting energy wisely, just like water. Tai Chi is often compared to water. There's no greater power than patience, my friend. Just look at it, at this mysterious, wondrous universe that keeps on being itself for billions and billions of years, no matter what happens. It simply is the womb for it all. So learn to find and feel yourself as that all containing womb and the transcendent power of it. Your power is kindness, Your power is compassion. Your power is patience. And those can win over even the most rigid of hearts. Next thing, my friend, I want to tell you as a life path number 2. Don't give up on your dreams. Simply break them into small steps. As a number 2, you have a great fear of coming out into the world. It's a bit like wanting to stay forever protected. We spoke about the power of the womb, but in the shadow, it's like wanting to forever be protected in the womb, to stay there forever because it's safe and there is no friction. But as a result, you may pretty regularly find excuses to give up on dreams and on ambitions. Sometimes a passion you had will, as if, suddenly vanish the moment it becomes real and you have the chance of stepping forward into the world with it. Up to that moment, you allow yourself to dream safely in the womb. But the moment it's about manifesting, making it come to life in a world with other powers and other players, suddenly, poof, the passion vanishes because you're afraid to come out of the womb. So the key here is to honor your sensitivity and need for pacing things. You see, while not giving up on true passions and dreams. So you do that by breaking things into small steps, even tiny steps. Remember patience? So be patient with yourself, but don't give up on yourself. Your 2 energy has much spiritual intuition and heart energy to share with the world. So keep going just like a drop on a rock. Don't try to rush like a tsunami into the world. That belongs maybe to another number, maybe number 8. So that's not your formula, okay? That's not the equation that makes you tick. So don't rush like a tsunami into the world. That will simply create a rebound effect where you will simply shut down and never again try to fulfill your dream. However, if you assume that sort of inner posture of the drop on a rock, you can break any dream down into small steps. And by doing so, ensuring you feel safe and comfortable every step of the way until you find yourself being fully engaged in living your passion in real life and not only in dreams. So, next thing. Before I actually tell you the next thing, before I keep talking any further, if you're enjoying this podcast and you want to keep learning more in depth numerology that is merged with Dharma and wisdom, make sure to click the follow or subscribe button on the platform you're listening from. Make sure to turn on the notifications bell and become part of my community. This also supports my work a lot, so please make sure to do that. Also, make sure to follow me on Substack, where I write in-depth content about numerology and Dharma. It can be a wonderful complementary resource for you to learn and be engaged. The link, of course, is in the podcast episode description. And of course, lastly, make sure to comment on episodes. You can ask questions, you can share feelings or insights. I always love to read your comments, and I do my best to answer all of them. So let's move on. Next thing, my friend, I want to tell you. And this might come as a little bit of a surprise, but bear with me. Please don't lie and don't be nasty. So like all numbers, even though you are indeed the most gentle number of them all, you too can turn nasty or dare I say ugly if you don't watch yourself. In fact, someone who feels themselves as the most quote unquote weak in this world and is afraid to tackle things directly is more likely to find dishonest ways to deal with things indirectly. As a number two, for you, this can mean lying and hurting others in mean ways. You should become aware of this tendency to be mean, especially emotionally mean and abusive. Emotions is a territory you know well, and in your shadow, you can really be conniving and hurt the people closest to you. To avoid doing that, you need to see this pattern for what it is: a poor substitute to real power. It's a cheap way to avoid the real confrontations of life. So you lie your way out, or you become conniving and hurt people deeply as a way to feel as if you have power, but fake power. So remember your true power: patience, kindness, and silence. Doing things in tactful ways, waiting for the right timing. This is your way. This is your path. And it's also no shame to receive help in, well, getting there if you need that help. So just remember, do not go for aggressive means as a way to feel powerful, because underneath it you feel so vulnerable. That will simply overshadow your true nature, your beautiful nature, and draw you away from your center. Accept yourself. That, right, sort of ties us back to the where we started. Accept your vulnerability. That's your real power. Next, offer people your kindness and your compassion. To truly embody your highest potential as a human being, know that you are here to offer people a loving and kind heart, a heart of compassion. Your sensitivity is your superpower. And when you fully embrace it and step into your role as a compassionate listener, you will discover a great happiness and fulfillment. In this world, people are walking around with bleeding hearts, crying, silently crying from within, feeling unseen. It's almost like everyone are like children with adult bodies, longing for something they lost. As a number two, you have an incredible capacity to heal others by offering them your seeing of them. It's a gift like no other. A true diamond. To truly see another is like giving them back to themselves. It's the gift of acknowledgement. And everyone wants to be acknowledged. Everyone wants to be seen. Your compassion is like a hug that knows no boundaries and welcomes everyone just as they are. Your capacity to give people the feeling that they are welcome here that they have a place, that they are seen and listened to is of great healing power. This is your service and role in this world. So instead of shying away, see your powerful role as a motherly presence that hugs all, even if you're a man. And if you are a man and the word mother or the mother image somehow doesn't work for you, then think of it like a hugging, compassionate parent, a space of listening, a space of heart that embraces. That's simply what you are. And that's a great gift. People are truly in pain, even those that go on the streets with, straight backs and suits and all the rest of it. They're bleeding from within. They're crying from within. Your presence could be a tremendous gift. And one more thing I want to tell you. Listen to your genuine needs and boundaries. This is very important, my friend. As a number 2, your boundaries are very thin. And as a result, life can often feel overwhelming. But instead of hiding away from life, try to find healthy ways of protecting your boundaries without shutting yourself off to the world. Learn to give yourself enough rest, enough time with supportive and loving people. Perhaps spend time with animals or read books in libraries. Simply learn to do things that nourish you, replenish your energies and sense of health and healthy protection. A little bit like a healthy shield. This is something you need to do on a regular basis. Accept the fact that things enter you much more powerfully than other people, than other numbers. And as such, you need to take sufficient time to replenish yourself on a regular basis. Honor this need for personal space. Honor the need to have nourishing figures in your life. Honor your need for softness as a way to feel grounded and connected. When you feel replenished, you can safely continue interacting and giving your gifts, your very precious gifts, to the world. So, number 2 is unique in that it is a very sensitive being in a very tough world. As such, it has great gifts to offer, such as healing, compassion, and true listening. At the same time, as a number 2, you need to learn, perhaps more than others, how to navigate the intensity and demanding pace of our world. Honor your structure and create a safe space in yourself, in your home, and with your loved ones that will allow this to come true. And before I wrap this up, again, if you've enjoyed this podcast episode and you want to keep supporting this world, this work, pardon me, and me creating in-depth numerology content, make sure to follow or subscribe on the platform you're listening from. Turn on the notifications bell and become part of this community. Remember, this helps me so much to keep doing this work. So please go ahead and do that. Give it a like. Also, make sure to follow me on Substack to read and engage with more in-depth content about the merging of numerology and Dharma. The link is in the podcast episode description. Remember to comment, be part of the conversation. I promise I'll do my best to answer you. Don't forget, if you want to experience numerology on a deeper level, to check out my numerology readings. It's a wonderful experiential way to get to know yourself through numerology. And of course, if you want to study numerology deeply, remember there are two study paths. One is the self-study numerology courses that I offer, and the in-depth numerology certification studies if you want to really acquire a deeper mastery of numerology. All the links are provided in the podcast episode description. Having said all of that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. And as always, I'll see you in the next ones. Take care. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you did, and you want to go deeper into numerology, check out my website, tom-eckert.com. You can also book a numerology reading or even study numerology yourself through my courses. I'll see you in the next episode.